as he considers taking the extraordinary step of now declaring a national emergency along the Mexican border and forcing the construction of a border wall, Donald Trump tonight made his case.
We're looking at a national emergency because we have a national emergency. Just read the papers. We have a crisis at the border of drugs, of human beings being trafficked all over the world. They're coming through. And we have an absolute crisis, and of criminals and gang members coming through. It is national security. It's a national emergency.
Critics strongly dispute the severity of the problem, but it's clear one way or another Trump believes a wall is now imminent, tweeting this image this weekend, styled on the TV program Game of Thrones. It's complicated, but if Trump were to declare a state of emergency, it could allow money already committed to the U.S. military to be diverted to pay for building the wall. A wall Democrats have so far refused to fund themselves because, in their view, there are better, more cost-effective ways to secure the country's southern border. And they underline, despite images such as these, also tweeted out by Trump recently, most migrants trying to cross into America are simply fleeing violence and poverty. Meanwhile, still caught in the middle of this, hundreds of thousands of U.S. government workers still without pay because of that partial government shutdown. Talks today with the vice president aimed at ending the impasse are said to have made progress, but Trump has insisted any plan to reopen government offices must include money for the wall, something Democrats insist is a non-starter. So with the partial shutdown now into its third week, there remains no real end in sight. Setting aside whether he declares a national emergency at the border, Trump has said as far as he's concerned, the shutdown could go on for months, even years. Adrian.
But Paul, to this idea of declaring a national emergency to get that wall built, can he actually do that?
Well, that's a question that's got constitutional experts here in a tizzy. The short answer is maybe. Yes, the president, any president, is allowed to declare a national emergency. It's his or her call, no explanation needed. But typically, it's done in wartime or after an extreme natural disaster. This is an atypical moment. The bigger question is, can the president indeed then use the powers that come with a national emergency to build the wall? That's much more contested, and experts are split on it. If he tries, it's almost certain that he'd be challenged in court like he was with the travel ban. The truth is, presidents were given this authority with the presumption that ordinarily it wouldn't be misused. But again, these are no ordinary times. Adrian.
All right, Paul Hunter in Washington. Thanks, Paul.